Hey, Shalom, coming to the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rachah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and salutations unto the Akim that continue to push the word in truth and in sincerity. Now, this is just a quick video, and the title of this one is going to be, I'm somewhat famous but believe, what should I do? Well, the scripture covers that, okay, because most people that have made it in this world or have reached some level of fame, because there's different levels to the fame, different levels to the riches. But there's particular individuals that they've got a name for themselves out there, but they've come across the truth, or I should say the Lord has made them come across the truth, and they sincerely believe, but they've already got some fame, they've already got some reputation out there. Because there's different levels of fame before you sell out, do sacrifices, bend over and stuff like that. Okay, because naturally you got to be talented at what you do. Esau will pick up on that and give you some limelight, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're fully sold out yet. You ain't, sworn your soul over to Satan. You ain't done no sacrifices yet. You ain't, killed your mom yet in a sacrifice. You ain't killed your little brother in a sacrifice or a car crash. You ain't bent over and been, popped and all that shit. Okay, because people, once again, even though we bring that out, the scripture says make bare their leg. People run with that and think, oh, as soon as they've got a name for themselves, they've done this, they've done that. Nah, Esau gradually works them up. So it's your mega so-called famous people, your Beyonce's, your Jay-Z's, your Travis Scott's, your J. Cole's, your Kanye West, your Kim Kardashians and all of that. They're the ones that when you kind of get just below them, up into that level, that's when they start doing them sellout thing. Okay, but before then, you can have a little fame, but you're just, Esau's still coaching you, okay, to see if you're gonna go all the way. Anyhow, the point is this, is that you can't, there are some individuals that have a reputation out there, so-called a little bit of quote-unquote fame. Are they total write-offs? No, and this applies balance, because we always talk about, they've all sold out, and this and that, and they ain't gonna get it. No, there's some men that have some fame or reputable out there, their names out there, but they can still sincerely believe, okay? And they haven't reached the level of doing all kind of madness on the left-hand side. Well, there's still hope for them, and the scriptures covers it here in Galatians. This is Galatians 2, and I'm going to read from verse 2, and it says, And I went up by revelation, and communicated unto them that gospel which I preached among the Gentiles, but privately to them which are of reputation, lest by any means I should run, or had run in vain. Okay, so to the potential brothers out there that have a little bit of a name for themselves, but, the Lord has, opened your heart, your eyes to see this. To you ain't gotta join a camp, man. You ain't gotta, you ain't really gotta be out there like that. Just be a secret disciple, man. Okay? Because you're already out there in the world for whatever it was before. If it was sports, if it was music, if it was some sort of, something social that could make you famous. You're halfway there. You're getting up there, in the world. To you, it's taught by what? Privately, man. To them which are of reputation. Okay, now, not every man's path is the same. Not every man's going to be a prophet. Some brothers got to be helps, not every man's going to be on the forefront. Some got to be secret disciples. The scriptures speak about that. Okay, and that's a very risky road. If you're just a guy that, so-called wasn't famous in the world, then I wouldn't try and play this route, because that's just being lazy, This is a route that very few men go through. okay? But nonetheless, we have to bring it out. Because we've had, so-called famous people walk past the camp. You know, so-called famous people that even know brothers through second and third affiliation, be it family or friends from the world, that know that you're in the truth, man. But the reason they don't come up is because of, you know, the reputation they may have. Not that they always want to hold on to it, but that if they come out, it's going to be a conflict of interest regarding the truth. Okay, not the world, the truth. How so? Let's finish it. Lest by any means I should run and had run in vain. Because if a famous person, right, says they're now an Israelite, all their followers are going to say, oh, that's the new trend, that's the new fad. Oh, I'm going to be Israelite too. Well, that makes the walk of prophethood for the men that are teaching, or the men that are teaching, it makes them run in vain, because you're just bringing in all these people that think it's a fad, all these unprofitable servants, man. The scripture says, teach unto reputable men who will be able to teach men. Okay, right? If it's ain't just something for anyone to, oh yeah, Jay-Z's now an Israelite, so yeah, man, I'm an Israelite too, like all that shit, man. Like back in the day when we used to play basketball as children, whenever we'd shoot, we'd say Kobe. If you remember that in the playground, Kobe, and then you would shoot, man. Now he's gone, but let's just say he was still here and he became an Israelite and wanted to join a camp. You're gonna have people. You're gonna have a multitude of people You're gonna have his followers come to the camp saying, "Yeah, I'm Israelite too." Hey, Shalom, Kobe. Like, it makes the prophets run in vain. Okay, so it says, but privately to them which are of reputation. So this is, we don't do these kind of videos too often, but if you somewhat had a name out there, but now you truly believe, okay, because there are brothers out there, I know, I know people that are, would I say worldwide? Yeah, they are worldwide famous on a low level, but especially in the UK, I know certain individuals that they've made it, man, in terms of fame on this side. All right, I've had conversations with certain rappers from the UK, because a lot of them are from my area. I know some of them through my cousins as well, because come from a very musical family. I myself, I'm a musician, so when it comes to studio and all of that, I know, and kind of was around that in the world, but obviously not anymore. Okay, but in terms of pursuing it as a full-time thing, 100% no, man. Ain't got time for that, man. Just work the regular job and teach the truth. But nonetheless, the point is that I've had conversations with people that are famous over here in the UK, and they know they're Israelites, man. Okay, case in point, Gets, man. He even put it in one of his songs. Original Israelite Hebrew kid. Like, them, man, they have, conversations with, what's his name? There's a couple of them. I don't need to mention all of them, but there's a couple of them. If I mention their names, you'll know them. And this ain't to say, oh, look who I know, because at the end of the day, they're just regular guys that are from the hood that got musical talent, innit? That's about it. But the point is, a lot of them do believe, man, okay, in the truth. All right? But to them, it's not about coming in a camp and all of that, man. If just learn and get taught privately, man. But privately to them which are of reputation, because the following that they have is already a dead end, man. All them followers, they're dead end people. So if they jump on it, then all their followers will try and jump on it, and then it just turns this whole thing into a joke, man. Case in point, Nicodemus was a secret disciple. You know, he was a master, he was a ruler among the Pharisees. So Nicodemus had a great following. But a lot of his followers were bullshitters, man. So he couldn't come out and directly for the Lord. Otherwise, he would have brought a lot of bullshitters to the Lord, man. Okay? It's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. You know, like, that's just the way it is with some individuals. When you've come from a certain background where you've mustered up a following for yourself, a lot of that debris is going to follow you along the way. So you got to be a secret disciple, man. Okay? But privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain. So I hope that's giving a little insight into that. If you got somewhat of a reputation or somewhat of a following in the world, but you do believe and you sincerely believe and you've prayed, because at the end of the day, we don't know what you say to the Lord, neither do we want to know, you know. But if you sincerely believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, just learn the truth and you know, just follow on from wherever you are, man. Okay? But there is hope for people who had a reputation in the past, man. Okay? You can still learn the word if you're sincere. Alright? If you're sincere. Because a lot of guys will teach the truth like, yeah, if you did this in the world, you can never make it. If you did that, hey, man, the Lord said, my hand is not short that it cannot save. Roughly paraphrasing. You know? So don't underestimate the power of salvation and who it will reach out of our nation. Okay? The scripture says the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So those who you think will make it might not make it. And those who you think had no chance, they might be there. Okay? I'm talking about individuals that are so-called in the world. Alright? You know, and we're coming to the time where a lot of people is going to just start turning around and believing upon the Lord, man. Okay? Not necessarily to prophethood, but maybe unto salvation. Okay, there's some people that will never have done a day in the camp, never done a video, but they'll be on the chariots, man. Okay, and this should humble us, brothers, that are actually doing the work. Hence why the scripture says, after all, count myself an unprofitable servant, man. You do videos, you go camp, you start feeling yourself. Fuck off, man. And I'm talking to myself first and foremost. Just humble the fuck down and remember that we're all in need of salvation. Okay, and this doesn't make us better than the next man out there. Okay? So I'm going to wrap it up with that, man. But hopefully it's given a little insight into Galatians 2:2 and the matter at hand. So with that, Barak Fayhal Bashim Shai Bashim Shalom.